let's drink some rye. Hello and welcome to Intoxicated Masculinity. If it's Wednesday, we have a cocktail video coming at you. We are out of our Venezuela month and back to America with a cocktail that was designed in the Frenchest city since Quebec. That is, of course, the Sazerac Cocktail. The Sazerac Cocktail comes from basically right around the turn of the century. So it came to a little late to the table for your sort of original whiskey cocktails. It is very much kind of related to the improved whiskey cocktail, but it's a little bit of a riff on that, invented in New Orleans at, not surprisingly enough, the Sazerac bar there. It's just kind of a unique little whiskey cocktail, and I like the little riff that it does on a whiskey cocktail. And I think especially given the weather here in Iowa being very cold, we need something nice and spicy to warm us up. So, now that we know a little bit about it, let's go ahead and make it. So I'm not going to go particularly old-fashioned, pun intended on this one. If we're going sort of the original version, you would definitely be using a sugar cube or half sugar cube, depending on the recipe. I am just going to go ahead and toss in sort of let's call it either a heavy 1/4 ounce or a light 1/2 ounce of a Demerara simple syrup. It takes time to flow. Go ahead and toss in our Demerara. Now, this brings up a question as to whether or not you use just Peychauds or Peychauds and Angostura bitters. I'm going to leave out the Angostura bitters. I kind of like just the Peychaud's flavor in this, so I'm going to toss in 3 dashes. Of course, the most important ingredient, our rye. Now, you could use Sazerac rye, obviously the namesake. I think I am going to use a Rittenhouse because I don't have Sazerac around right now, and I think Rittenhouse is a really good substitute. So we are going to toss in 3 ounces of our rye. Because we're tossing in 3 ounces, remember, this is a sipping cocktail, not a gulping cocktail. Okay, we can grab some ice. So as you can see, starting off, this is going to be very similar to our old-fashioned, except we're using Peychaud's instead of Ango bitters. So just give that a good mix. And again, just going to keep your hand next to the glass here to make sure you're getting your correct level of cooling. Now, what we're going to do different here is we're going to take our absinthe. I just keep mine in a sprayer. There's a few ways you can do this. You could just mix this into this cocktail itself, toss in a bar spoon or so of your absinthe. You could do a rinse. I think the sprayer is nice and easy. So I'm just going to do 3 quick sprays in there. Absinthe's got such a good smell. You know, obviously most people think black licorice. I don't think it's quite exactly that. Obviously that's used in that, but so we're going to put our big ice cube in there. No real reason to double strain this one. Pour that right on in. Okay. And I think this is one of those cocktails where the garnish really does make a difference, because we're going to get a nice fresh lemon twist. Go ahead and express that over the glass. And I think you really are going to taste that. And there you have your Sazerac cocktail. That's a really great cocktail. Again, I'm not making this sort of the original way. I'm making this the way that I kind of prefer. So we're going 3 ounces of our rye instead of 2, which what most recipes are going to call for. I think it works fine. This is a drink you should be sipping on. I said not gulping on. The absinthe is kind of doing something interesting. You're not getting that sort of direct black licorice. It's sort of around the outsides. That's why you do that sort of either a rinse or a spray. And it really complements the rye very well. The rye, you've got your spice. I think the Demerara in here is just right. Again, a fat 1/4 ounce or maybe a little bit of a light 1/2 ounce. It's bringing that sweetness, and I think it's sort of tamping the rye down just a little bit. And then you get your citrus with the lemon twist. it all just comes together very well. It's a really, really well-balanced cocktail. Yeah, so I can't recommend this cocktail enough. Just really nice, especially given the cold weather outside. Yeah, it'll warm you up, body and soul. And on that bombshell, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good drink. Have a good day. It's a rye cocktail.